Hey guys, today I wanted to take 2 minutes to go over the squat. Okay, the basic squat pattern. Now I'm sure if you work out a lot, right, you've heard all kinds of techniques, cues, variations as you work through different modalities and different types of exercise. Today I want to talk about the squat in Pilates, okay, Pilates specific. And the reason I want to talk about it for Pilates is because, as you know, right, Pilates is all about the core and keeping the core engaged throughout all of our movement, because all of our movement generates from the powerhouse right at that center of the body. So, as we squat, right, a lot of times in other modalities, the squat becomes quad dominant or glute dominant, but we don't want it to become that when we're doing mat Pilates or we're on a reformer. All right, so today I'm going to talk about the basic squat pattern. So you're going to want those feet just underneath the hips, okay? Now there's lots of different squats, right? We can do the sumo squat, go nice and wide, toes turned out. We can have our feet shoulder width apart, but today we're going to just talk about that basic squat. So feet are underneath the hips, okay? Now I'm going to take a side profile so you guys can see me a little bit better, because I'm going to talk about a lot of alignment issues. So right away, I've got all 10 toes, heels, entire sole of the foot grounded on the floor. We really want to press into the floor like you're pressing the floor away. Okay, now from here, I'm going to reach my sits bones back and my torso is going to tilt as I do that. Okay, arms are going to come up and overhead. So I'm going to exhale, reach those glutes, the center of the sits bones all the way back, and that's your squat right there. Now I'm going to stay right here and kind of talk to you about alignment. Notice, from ground up is how we're going to talk about this. All of my 10 toes are still connected to the floor. Okay, so a lot of times in other modalities you'll hear, wiggle those toes off the floor, heavy through the heel. You do want to be heavier in the heel than you are in the toes or the ball of the foot, because if you're heavy in the ball of the foot, all right, you're going to load your quad. Okay, well, we want even weight distribution through the sole of the foot as best we can, right? A little bit heavier in the heel so we can stay connected all the way up into the core. Now my knees are falling towards the middle of my footbed, okay? Footbed being right here, center of the foot. It's right in the center. That's where we want the knees in front of the ankles but not in front of the toes, okay? That's going to protect that knee joint. All right, from here, going up. We're going to reach those sits bones back, but notice my booty is above my knee, okay? And we want to keep it that way, because if we go down here, well, now I got a real deep tilt to my torso. I became quad dominant and glute dominant, okay? So we want to keep the core involved. We don't want the core to check out. So the glute is going to stay above the knee just a bit, all right? Now from here, I'm spiraling those inner thighs out. Okay, so I'm kind of rotating. That's going to ground my feet even more. Okay, and I'm going to turn on the glute. So now automatically I spiraled my inner thighs outbound. Okay, nothing's changed. This is internal. And now I feel my glute. All right, core is on. Belly button is pulled up and into the spine. Now, my rib basket, okay, is stacked over my pelvis. You want to maintain that position. So you can think about your ribs and your pelvis like two stacked cups. Okay, if you open those cups, all the liquid's going to spill out, and we don't want that to happen, okay? You can think of like the lava lamp, right? We don't want to open that. It's going to all spill out, like our abdominals would spill forward. You want the ribs to stay closed like a corset, and you want the ribs to stay aligned over the pelvis. That's your neutral pelvis position. Okay, now arms are going back up the body. Notice my torso is at the same angle as my shins. Okay, so we want to find that same angle here, same angle with the torso. Arms are coming up and overhead, and you notice my bicep is just below my ear, so that way I can get my shoulder blades down the back and wrapping the ribs. Okay, again, keeping the ribs closed, keeping the ribs stacked over the pelvis. Good, that's your squat, that's your Pilates squat right there. Lots of cues, but the next time you're in that position, you can think about those things to really activate that core even deeper and turn on all the pieces and parts. All right, guys, I'll see you next time.